All right, so this passage type for the vocab contains something that you should get used to noticing and valuing when you see it, because it gives us information about the relationships between the blank and the rest of the passage. So let's take a look. Taking photographs in the mid-1800s was complicated and expensive, but this changed with the 1854 invention of the carte de visite. I don't know how to say that. A small photo that cost little to make. These photos helped to blank photography. Now that colon right there is telling me I'm about to repeat myself. Whatever I just said in that blank, which I don't know what it is yet, is about to be kind of reinforced or explained using the part after the colon. That is grammatically what a colon does, but especially on these vocab questions, it's their way of basically saying, here's something that we're about to define, and sometimes the blank is in the definition, sometimes it's in the part at the beginning. Doesn't matter, just kind of, go with some sort of repetition there. So they made it easy and enjoyable for everyday people to have their picture taken. So easy and enjoyable for everyday people. And people at the time loved exchanging these small photos with friends and family. So I don't necessarily have a single word that is going to go into that blank based on that. There's a lot of positive though. So maybe just thinking in terms of connotations, I can go with positive. So that would be weird to say that it helped to weaken photography, because that's negative. It would also be weird to isolate photography. That means to kind of get it alone, but isolate it from what? That's a negative idea, but it's also one that just doesn't really make any sense. And then praise is positive, but so is popularize. And so praise is probably the more common positive word here. It's something that people would maybe just, if they didn't know what popularize meant, they might just pick praise because it's like, well, it's the right connotation. But the photos are not helping to praise photography, because the people in the next part are not saying like, oh my gosh, photography is so great. They're using photography. So popularize, that you can kind of see the word popular is in it. It means to make it popular. And so this is a word we actually have evidence for, because it's easy and enjoyable for everyday people, meaning lots of people can use it. It's very popular now. It's not just something that people with a little bit amount of skill can do. Everyone can do it. So it's not just about having the right connotation. That does help us a little bit, but then we have to think a little further, and we always want to pick the choice that has the closest evidence to what else is going on in the passage. And there wasn't one single word in that colon part that really stood out to me as something I could kind of copy as my dumb summary, but I still understood what they were going for. And certainly it's no doubt that the word popularize is much more supported by that part after the colon than the word praise. So make sure you don't get afraid of words that are a little unusual. You have to be able to kind of think about what the root words are sometimes and get a definition based on that.